Receiving a live colony of bumblebees in the mail is a uniquely stressful experience. The moment you crack open the cardboard shipping box, you are met with a buzzing swarm of large insects aggressively pushing outward. These are wild, workaholic pollinators with a queen to protect. Unlike honeybees, they are capable of stinging repeatedly, which immediately disqualifies them as casual house pets. Keeping them contained inside a standard glass enclosure presents immediate physical vulnerabilities. The bees will aggressively probe and squeeze through the tiniest gaps to escape into your house, while outdoor ant swarms can infiltrate the box to steal their food. This diagram compares a buff-tailed bumblebee to a standard honeybee. The buff-tailed species is exactly 3 times larger, meaning everything they do requires significant amounts of energy. Housing a wild pollinator indoors presents a massive biological engineering problem. You have to design a surrogate ecosystem to replace the intricate natural environment they are genetically programmed to interface with. Keeping an indoor hive alive requires artificially solving 3 specific biological bottlenecks that nature usually handles automatically. The first bottleneck is fuel. Driven by their unusual size, buff-tailed bumblebees demand massive amounts of carbohydrates simply to power their flight muscles. A newly unboxed colony is highly vulnerable to an immediate energy deficit. If the commercial sugar syrup shipped with their box leaks out during transit, the adults are left without food and begin to starve within hours. When hungry bees inevitably escape into your living room during feeding attempts, the safest emergency recapture strategy is to temporarily place them inside a refrigerator. The cold environment triggers a physiological response that slows the bee's metabolic rate. This induces a safe, sleep-like state, allowing you to carefully scoop them up and return them to the nest. To solve the fuel problem permanently, you have to build a closed-loop, one-way mesh feeder system. This setup isolates the nest from invasive ants while providing the adults with a constant, secure supply of sugar water. But an artificial carbohydrate loop is an incomplete survival solution. It completely neglects a hidden population growing inside the hive. The developing larvae hidden deep inside the box cannot physically survive or grow on a diet of sugar water. This flowchart illustrates the strict nutritional divide within the hive. The pipeline splits in 2. Adult workers run on simple carbohydrates from sugar, while the developing larvae require high-density protein derived exclusively from real pollen to mature. This creates a geographic paradox for indoor containment. Because a living room lacks blooming flowers, keeping the colony sealed inside guarantees the starvation of the next generation. You have to build physical hardware to bridge this gap. A specialized tunnel system can connect the indoor box directly to the outdoor garden, allowing the adults to resume their natural foraging behavior. However, a failure often occurs when the first foragers successfully exit the tube. They fly into the garden, become completely disoriented, and are unable to find their way back. Bumblebee navigation relies heavily on mapping the entrance to their specific hive through a distinct combination of visual markers and olfactory cues. An arbitrary plastic tube sticking out of a window provides neither. You can recalibrate their homing instincts by deploying specific sensory lures. Placing highly aromatic and visually distinct plants, like lavender and sunflowers, directly around the outdoor portal gives the foragers a map they can actually read. Mastering indoor husbandry requires actively manipulating the outdoor ecosystem to successfully bridge the artificial and natural environments. Once that bridge is built, the garden sees a sudden spike in activity. Foragers from the indoor colony move between the bushes all day, collecting the pollen that allows the hive to function. Human-made puzzles and toys placed near their nest remain entirely ignored. The bees' instinctual drive to build, to actively guard, and to forage completely overrides any capacity for artificial play. The indoor box never domesticates the colony. Instead, it provides a headquarters that is shielded from extreme weather and natural predators. Operating out of this secure base camp allows the adults to execute their singular evolutionary purpose, pollination, without the risks of an exposed outdoor nest. True success in indoor ecology relies on creating a safe harbor that empowers nature to thrive outside, rather than attempting to trap it inside.